Hi, welcome to this edition of Diversity Dialogues. Today we're going to be talking about how your employee assistance program, that's your counseling services, can be part of your inclusion journey. Now, the first question to ask is, why should your counseling services be part of inclusion at all? The thing is, inclusion is an emotional journey for any kind of inclusion, especially for LGBT people. So this is an emotional journey for the people concerned, the LGBT people themselves, for the organization, and for even people who are homophobic or transphobic, especially for them really, to be able to kind of talk about what is holding them back and to get them really engaged with inclusion. So yes, counseling services is an important and integral part of your inclusion journey. Now, the second question we have to ask ourselves is, why should counseling be part of LGBT inclusion at all? Is there anything really specifically wrong about LGBT people that they need counseling? The fact of it is that any minority goes through a lot of stress. Imagine you're a Tamil person sitting in a coffee room in Delhi, everybody is speaking in Hindi. It is going to get stressful. Now, the same thing, imagine you're going through every minute of your life, at home, with work, with your public transport, everywhere, where you're having to hold back about who you are and you feel that you really don't fit, that people around you are antagonistic to who you are. That is an extremely stressful place to be, and it plays on the health of the people concerned. There is anxiety, there's fear, there is stress, and it plays out in different ways. So certainly counseling and emotional support for all the people concerned is an integral part of inclusion. Now, let's ask ourselves, do the LGBT population really have very specific issues that counselors need to be aware of? LGBT populations have particular issues that counseling really needs to address. In the first place, coming out as an LGBT person is an incredibly stressful thing. Getting to acceptance of their own selves and then to be able to talk about it with family, with workplace, with everybody else, that's an incredibly emotional journey, and counseling can be a really useful support during that time. Secondly, given the minority stress that people go through, given the environment that LGBT people are in, there is a fair degree of stress, a fair degree of impact on social health, on physical health, and counselors need to be aware of those issues, including things like HIV. Third, people in transition go through a whole lot of different stresses as well, and counselors need to be aware of what it means to be in transition, what kind of medical support is required, what kind of emotional support is required. Fourth, there is a whole lot of legal issues that are going on in India and everywhere else for that matter. So it's really important for the counselors to be aware quite a lot, quite deeply about the legal issues and whatever social support can be organized around it for the LGBT population. Fifth is the organizational aspects of it. For LGBT people to be able to work in an environment which may not be conducive to their own lifestyle, to be able to talk about it and to be able to bring healthy adjustment, that's also something counseling can help with. Now that we talked about how counseling can be part of an LGBT person's journey in the organization, let's talk about how do you find these counselors? How do you find an EAP partner who is LGBT friendly? It's not like there's some kind of a certificate going on. It's not like there's a national LGBT body sitting and certifying counselors as this one is LGBT friendly, this one is not, and so on. So really we need to kind of make a little bit of effort to find these queer affirmative, gay affirmative counselors. The easiest way to go about it is to look at the people that you are looking at associating with. Do they have open LGBT people in their organization? Are they visible in the community? Do they have published material around LGBT awareness in their website or anywhere else? Are they able to talk about LGBT matters without feeling any kind of pressure themselves? Now, beyond all this, you need to also look at organizations to see if they are affiliated with other organizations which may be actually homophobic or transphobic. Look for secular organizations, secular counselors who may be actually able to work on being gay affirmative, queer affirmative. Now, when we've talked about how your EAP partners can be selected, what issues that the LGBT people can go through, an important part to ask is how can you actually leverage your employee assistance program or your counseling staff into your inclusion journey? A few things stand out. One is, of course, they are going to be really part of any one-on-one counseling or group activities that are there as part of your inclusion journey. But more than that, they can be part of actually generating inclusive culture in your organization. This can be done through first simple communications like newsletters or podcasts. Second, they can be part of training your organization, making sure that your managerial staff and other staff are informed about inclusion and what it needs to be done for making sure that your LGBT staff are safe and are able to work to their full extent. Thirdly, they can also be part of making sure that your organization is sensitized to make sure that there is no microaggressions, that the unconscious biases are coming out and being able to be addressed as an organization. So your EAP partner can be definitely an integral part of your inclusion journey. Just make sure that you are selecting partners who are LGBT aware and queer affirmative. And thank you for watching this episode of Diversity Dialogue. Stay tuned. Thank you.